Hey everyone, it's Tracey Pugh. Here is my spiritual formation video. As I think about spiritual formation, my first thought is that I wish there had been a more robust strategy in place at my own church to help people with the ongoing work of spiritual formation. I agree with Dallas Willard in his article for this assignment that, quote, "We have counted on preaching, teaching, and knowledge or information to form the inner life and outward behavior of the Christian." My church's experience has been that, and I in fact do have authentic and meaningful relationships. The preaching and teaching, knowledge and information have been effective in that area. Alternatively, if someone had asked me if I personally was any closer to Jesus than I was a year ago, I'm not really sure what my answer would be. I think spiritual formation is very important, something I've wanted more of in my life, and was actually one of the reasons I chose Wesley Seminary. Although, had I known I was going to have to make a video, I might have reconsidered. But as I began to think about spiritual formation, I wanted to see what the scriptures had to say. I landed on 1 Timothy 4, 7, and 8, which reads, "Train yourself to be godly, for physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come." I then read through several definitions online of spiritual formation, and I coupled it with my understanding of the 1 Timothy verse, and I landed on Mulholland's definition. That reads, "Spiritual formation is a process of being conformed to the image of Christ for the sake of others." I agree with him that spiritual formation is a process. It is a deepening of a personal relationship with Christ throughout our lives. As the relationship deepens, we are transformed from the inside out to be more like Christ in all that we say and do. I read an article written by Kenneth Boa, and he writes, "The quality of our relationship with God is what will influence the health, potency, and witness of the church in an increasingly complex and hostile world. Our spiritual formation is very important to combating the hostile world." Spiritual formation takes place through the Holy Spirit. You'll recall in our Trinitarian reading by Stephen Saman, God sent the Holy Spirit to us to direct and empower us as we fulfill our calling. Spiritual formation is accomplished through the Holy Spirit by what many have been called spiritual disciplines. I would contend that the disciplines look different for different people and in different combinations are effective. I believe, however, that prayer and study of the Word are not negotiable. Other disciplines include things like meditation, silence, solitude, fasting, confession, worship, and so on. I think it is possible for the effectiveness of the various disciplines to vary based on our individual gifts and life circumstance. I do think the most important point is that spiritual formation is ongoing. It is our lifelong walk with Christ. Thanks, guys. Hope you all are well.